coming here. I am so glad to see so many people. I did not expect to see so many people, especially down here in the valley. So if we ever get together again, make sure you bring other people. You do not have to be Muslim to understand this cause. You have to be human.
Also, I'd like to ask Mary Scully to come up here, and she wants to say a little something to...
I think that it is nearly 50 years of doing this, of being a Palestinian activist. Can you hear it? For nearly 50 years that I hope we understand that this is a historic moment and a monumental reversal in the narrative that has existed for almost 66 years. And that is of a beleaguered little Israel fighting Palestinian terrorists. That narrative has held sway and has isolated the Palestinians for 66 years. They've endured land expropriations. They've endured the massive incarceration of their children, of their fathers and mothers in these Israeli gulag, beatings, assaults. The expropriation of their lands continues, thousands and thousands of hectares, or whatever you call those things in Israel. And now the continued siege of Gaza. These sieges of, I'll make this short, these continued seizures of these attacks on Gaza have gone on for a few years. And there was really very little response to it. For the most part, Palestinians have stood alone. Their intifada has been absolutely intransigent against the most insuperable odds. The U.S. and Israeli military machines combined. Insuperable odds, and they never bent the knee to Israeli apartheid. They stood alone until they called the boycott, divestments and sanction movement in the middle, what was it, 2005, 2006. And that began to change everything. And people around the world began to understand the truth and the lies of Israeli Hasbara and propaganda, that it was the expropriation of this country and the violent expropriation by death squads and paramilitary troops. And so now the narrative has decisively reversed, I think, because thousands, tens of thousands of people in a phenomenon that I have not seen since the Vietnam War days. Tens of thousands of people around the world in dozens of countries and hundreds of cities are erupting spontaneously in defense of the Palestinians, in a phenomenon that is simply historic. And they no longer stand alone. And the way that I like to put it is that Palestinian Intifada now is going international. And it has to stay international, and as the second flank of Palestinian resistance, it has to stay that way until these Bantu state solutions are permanently buried and there is a democratic, secular state where Jews and where Arabs can live in peace and harmony. So my big thing after all of that is to get people to understand the importance of the cultural boycott and the importance of the economic boycott, where you check every single product that you buy to make sure it is not either from the state of Israel or that it's from the settlements in the West Bank. Check every single product. Barcode 729. Begins barcode 729. Check everything, your olives, your tuna, your shoes, your cosmetics, the little kiosks at the mall. You check everything, because the most massive pressure has to be put on Israel to stop the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinians. There is only one side here. There is the side of justice, and there is the side of genocide and apartheid. And every man and woman and child of goodwill will stand with the Palestinians. Long live Intifada. Thank you.